college students love dorm life. They arrive in the fall and find that they have an awesome roommate, a cool floor, and everything just clicks. When my mom went to college, her freshman roommate ended up becoming her sister-in-law. Yes, that means if she wouldn't have stayed in the dorm, she wouldn't have met my aunt, wouldn't have met my dad, and I wouldn't have been born. Luckily for me, she did stay in the dorms and had a great time. Unfortunately, this uplifting story is not a blueprint of freshman dorm life experience. Oftentimes, living in the dorms is costly, filthy, and unproductive. For these reasons, I propose that freshmen here and sophomores should have a choice to live off campus, because dorm life sucks. First of all, dorm life is expensive, dorm life is unhealthy, and dorm life is distracting. Have you noticed fewer students showing up for class lately? Either there's a band of highly intelligent aliens beaming up one underclassman per night, or there are various forms of the flu and mono going through the North Complex. This is because living in the dorms is unhealthy. Victoria Ainsman Reiner, a holistic health teacher with a degree in natural healing, says that the bathrooms, kitchens, and mattresses here in the dorms are among the most dirty of any place. Although we have janitors we all know and love, how can 4 people clean up after 1,000 messy underclassmen? According to the CDCP, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, a government agency, there are 3 steps you can follow to avoid getting the flu. Number 1, avoid close contact with others. Number 2, stay home if you're sick. And number 3, always wash your hands. Let's look at this in the context of dorm life. First of all, avoid close contact with others. You live in a shoebox with one other person. That's impossible. Second of all, stay home if you're sick. With stringent attendance policies, this oftentimes is impossible. And clean your hands. I've seen many girls leave the dorms and go to the bathroom and walk out without washing their hands. And if girls do this, boys definitely do this too. And if they don't wash their hands after going to the bathroom, they do not wash their hands after sneezing. So, after you get sick, be careful because you might not be able to pay your medical bills because living in the dorms is expensive. According to the USD website in the tuition and fees sections, living in the North Complex costs $3,000 per year, plus you have to buy a $2,000 a year meal plan. This is outrageously expensive. And as a sophomore, you have to pay $658 a month if you want to live in Coyote Village, and you still have to buy $2,000 worth of good food. From personal experience, this is not worth it. And let's say you have a bad roommate situation, you have to move out, you still have to pay an extra $800 on top of it. So, you're broke, you're sick. Obviously your grades are going to decline because living in the dorms is distracting. Cherry Estrada and researchers summarized stats from a survey of college students and found that 50% of students say that living in the dorms negatively affected their grades, and 90% said they couldn't study when their noisy roommates got home. A humanities professor at the University of New York, T.P. McGloin, compares his experience in the 1950s to the experience now and is appalled. He has said that dorms rob students of a rich, humanizing, and uplifting tradition, and they threaten their future. He goes on to even say that dorms threaten the future of college. I think we should listen to the British Prime Minister during World War II, Winston Churchill, when he said that there is nothing wrong with change as long as this change is in the right direction. When you consider all the negative aspects of dorm life, how unhealthy, how expensive, and how distracting it is, how can you consider anything else but how negative that would be? You might think about your friends or yourself and how you might benefit from living in a costly area off campus. So I propose you call President Abbott or visit him during his office hours. Maybe email a board member and tell them how fed up you are. Tell them that living in the dorms is unhealthy. Tell them living in the dorms is expensive. And tell them living in the dorms is distracting. If this doesn't work, just tell them dorm life sucks. Thank you.